I'm pregnant. Daehyun froze, the coffee cup halfway to his lips. Maya stood in their bedroom doorway, holding a positive test, her eyes bright with nervous joy. For 3 seconds, the world stopped. Then he was across the room, sweeping her into his arms. You're pregnant. We're having a baby. His voice cracked with emotion. Maya, we're having a baby. I know. I just found out this morning, and I've been freaking out all day, because we never really talked about kids. And what if you're not ready? And he kissed her, deep, passionate, silencing her spiral with pure love. I'm ready. I've been ready since the day I married you. This is the best news you could ever give me. Maya's tears finally fell. Happy tears. Really? Because I'm terrified. What if I'm a terrible mother? What if... You run, Hope House. You mother dozens of women every single day. You're going to be an incredible mom. He placed his hand gently on her still flat stomach. Our baby is so lucky to have you. Our baby. Maya smiled through tears. That sounds surreal. It sounds perfect. Daehyun pulled out his phone. I'm canceling all my meetings. We're celebrating. Dinner. Champagne well. Sparkling cider for you, and we're telling everyone. Everyone? Already? It's so early. I don't care. I want the world to know. His smile was radiant. I'm going to be a father. With you. Nothing could make me happier. They spent the evening planning, dreaming, laughing. Daehyun was already researching the best obstetricians, planning nursery designs, talking about baby names. His joy was infectious, washing away Maya's fears. What if it's a girl? Maya asked as they lay in bed that night, his hand still resting protectively on her stomach. Then she'll be as beautiful and brilliant as her mother, and I'll spend my life protecting her from boys like I used to be. And if it's a boy, then I'll teach him to respect women, to value character over appearance, to love fiercely and honestly. Everything I learned from you. He kissed her temple. Either way, this baby will be so loved. The most loved baby in Seoul. Maya agreed, drifting off to sleep in his arms. Neither of them knew that across the city, Marcus had just made a decision that would threaten their peace. A desperate, dangerous decision, born from rock bottom. He was coming back. And this time, he wasn't leaving without a fight. 3 months later, Maya's pregnancy was showing. A small but definite bump that Daehyun couldn't stop touching. Hope House was thriving, 30 women housed, job placement rate at 85%, media coverage bringing donations from across Korea. Maya was at Hope House, reviewing applications when the receptionist buzzed. Miss Kim, there's a man here asking to see you. He says it's urgent. Name is Marcus Williams. Maya's pen froze mid-signature. Marcus, here, tell him I'm not available. I already did. He's refusing to leave. Says he'll wait all day if necessary. Maya's hand instinctively went to her stomach. Her baby. She wouldn't let Marcus's presence stress her child. Call security. Have him removed. And contact Mr. Kim immediately. But before security could arrive, Marcus pushed past the receptionist into Maya's office. He looked terrible, gaunt, unshaven, wearing clothes that had seen better days. Nothing like the arrogant man from the mall. Maya, please, just 5 minutes. He held up his hands. I'm not here to cause trouble. I just need to talk. You need to leave, now. Maya stood, putting her desk between them. Or I call my husband, and you know what happens next. I know I have no right to be here. But I'm desperate, Maya. I've lost everything. My job, my marriage, my apartment. I'm living in a motel and I can't. His voice broke. I need help. Help? Maya's laugh was bitter. You want me to help you? After what you did? I know I don't deserve it. I know I was cruel. But I saw what you built here. Hope House. Second chances. Isn't that what this place is about? His eyes were desperate. I need a second chance. Second chances are for people who've hit rock bottom through circumstances, not people who created their own hell through cruelty and greed. Maya reached for her phone. Leave. Now. I'll pay you back. Every cent I stole. With interest. I just need a job. A reference. Something. Please, Maya. I'm begging you. Like I begged you not to leave me homeless? Her voice was ice. Like I begged you to just leave me the car so I'd have somewhere to sleep? You laughed. You called me pathetic. You said I was holding you back. I was wrong. I was stupid and selfish, and I've paid for it every single day since. Marcus dropped to his knees. Please. I have nowhere else to go. Everyone in Seoul knows I crossed Kim Dae-hyun. No one will hire me. I'm blacklisted everywhere. The door opened. Dae-hyun stood there, face like thunder. Min-ho and 2 security guards behind him. Get away from my wife. Now. Marcus scrambled backward. Mr. Kim, I was just begging my pregnant wife for help after you assaulted her, stole from her, and left her homeless. Dae-hyun's voice was deadly calm. Did you really think that would work? Pregnant? Marcus's eyes flew to Maya's visible bump. You're none of your business. Dae-hyun stepped between them, protective. You have 10 seconds to leave before I have you arrested for trespassing. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for everything. Maya, please. You don't get to say her name. Dae-hyun's control was slipping. You don't get to breathe the same air. Leave. Now. And if I ever see you near my wife or Hope House again, the consequences will be severe. Marcus left, but the encounter shook Maya. That night, Dae-hyun held her as she cried not for Marcus, but from the stress of seeing him again, of his desperation invading her safe space. I should have done worse to him, Dae-hyun muttered, stroking her hair. I should have made sure he could never come back. No, you did the right thing. He's not worth it. Maya pulled back, wiping her eyes. But Dae-hyun, he looked so broken. Part of me almost felt sorry for him. Don't. He made his choices. He's experiencing the consequences. Dae-hyun's hand rested on her stomach. You need to focus on yourself and our baby, not on a man who threw you away. I know. You're right. She took a deep breath. I just hate that he can still affect me like this. I thought I was over it. Being over someone doesn't mean seeing them won't bring up old pain. That's normal. He kissed her forehead. But you're not that scared girl anymore. You're strong, successful, about to be a mother. He can't touch that. Promise me something. Maya looked at him seriously. Promise you won't go after him. I don't want his suffering on our conscience. Let karma handle it. Maya, please. For me. For our baby. I want us to focus on our future, not his past. Dae-hyun struggled with it. Every instinct screamed to eliminate the threat Marcus posed. But Maya's eyes were pleading. Fine. I won't touch him. Unless he comes near you again. Then all bets are off. Deal. Maya relaxed into his arms. Now can we talk about baby names? Because I have opinions. They spent the rest of the night planning their nursery, discussing names, arguing over colors, normal couple things, happy things. Marcus faded into the background where he belonged. But in his motel room, Marcus wasn't done. He'd seen Maya's success, her pregnancy, her happiness, everything he'd lost, and something dark twisted inside him. If he couldn't have success, why should she? If he was suffering, why shouldn't she? He pulled out his phone and made a call. To people he shouldn't know. People from Dae-hyun's world, the ones who hated him, who wanted to see him fall. I have information, Marcus said, when they answered. About Kim Dae-hyun's wife. About his weakness. And I'm willing to sell it. On the other end, dangerous men smiled. Because weakness in a powerful man was opportunity. And Marcus, in his desperation, had just become their weapon. He'd crossed a line he couldn't uncross. And this time, Dae-hyun's mercy wouldn't save him. 2 weeks later, Maya left Hope House after a late board meeting. Dae-hyun was out of town on business rare, but unavoidable. She'd insisted he go, that she'd be fine with security. Min-ho had assigned 2 guards to watch her. She never made it to the car. 3 men grabbed her in the parking garage, professional, fast. 1 guard went down immediately. The other fought, but was outnumbered. Maya screamed, fought, thinking only of her baby. A cloth over her face, chemical smell, darkness. She woke in a warehouse, tied to a chair. Her first thought, the baby. She felt for movement, for any sign of distress. Nothing yet. But the stress, the drugs, panic clawed at her throat. She's awake. A man stepped from the shadows, scar across his face, cold eyes. Mrs. Kim, we've been waiting. What do you want? Maya's voice shook, but held steady. Leverage. Your husband has something we need. Business territories in Gangnam. He'll trade them for you. He'll kill you all. Maybe. But first, he'll trade. Because you're not just his wife, you're pregnant. He'll give us anything to get you back alive. The man smiled cruelly. And if he doesn't? Well, accidents happen to pregnant women all the time. Maya's blood ran cold. You're making a mistake. Dae-hyun will. Dae-hyun is 3 hours away. By the time he gets here, we'll have our deal. Or you'll be dead. Simple. He pulled out a phone, took a photo of Maya tied up, and sent it. Now we wait. Across the city, Minho's phone buzzed. The photo, the demand, and beneath it, a location. He dialed Dae-hyun immediately. What? Dae-hyun answered. Mid-meeting. Sir, they have Maya. Rival gang. They're demanding territory for her release. Minho's voice was urgent. And sir, they know about the baby. The phone shattered in Dae-hyun's hand. Where? I'm sending coordinates now. But sir, it's a trap. They'll have 40 men minimum. We need to plan. I don't care if they have 400. My wife and child are in danger. We move now. Dae-hyun was already running for his car. Get everyone, every man we have. And find out who leaked information about Maya's pregnancy. Because when I find them... Sir, there's something else. One of the men called. Said someone gave them information. Someone named Marcus Williams. Dae-hyun's rage turned to ice-cold fury. Marcus, he did this. We have his location. What do you want us to do? Nothing. Yet. First we get Maya. Then, his voice dropped to deadly calm. Then, I deal with Marcus. Permanently. Dae-hyun didn't wait for a plan, didn't wait for strategy. He drove straight to the warehouse with 15 men, armed to the teeth, every instinct screaming, "Save her!" Sir, they'll kill her if we storm in, Minho tried. They'll kill her anyway. This is about sending a message, not negotiation. Dae-hyun checked his gun. We go in fast, we don't leave witnesses. And we bring my wife home. There are 40 of them. Then we better be smarter. Dae-hyun's phone rang. The scarred man. What? Mr. Kim, I have your wife. You have what I want. Simple trade. If you've hurt her, she's fine, for now. But pregnant women are fragile. Stress isn't good for babies. So let's make this quick. My territories. Your wife. You have 1 hour. Let me talk to her. Silence. Then Maya's voice. Shaky but alive. Dae-hyun, don't give them anything. They're going to kill me anyway. Just take care of our... The phone cut off. Dae-hyun closed his eyes, breathing through rage. Then opened them, cold and calculating. Minho, how many men can we get in the next 30 minutes? 40. Maybe 50 if we call in favors. Do it. And contact Park. Tell him I'm calling in every debt he owes me. This ends tonight. 35 minutes later, 75 men surrounded the warehouse. Dae-hyun didn't negotiate, didn't call, just gave the signal, and they moved. The fight was brutal, fast, deadly. Dae-hyun fought like a man possessed, cutting through enemies to reach the back room where Maya was held. When he finally kicked down the door, she was still tied up, the scarred man holding a knife to her throat. One more step, and she dies. You've already signed your death warrant. Dae-hyun's gun never wavered. The question is whether you die quick or slow. You think I'm scared of you? I have nothing to lose. Minho's bullet came through the window. Perfect shot. The scarred man dropped. Dae-hyun was there instantly, cutting Maya's ropes, checking her over frantically. The baby. I need to check the baby. We're okay. We're okay. Maya clung to him, shaking. You came so fast. Of course I came. You're everything. He lifted her carefully. Let's get you to a hospital. Now, outside. The battle was over. Dae-hyun's men had won. But the cost was clear. Injuries, casualties, a message sent that would echo through Seoul's underworld. You don't touch Kim Dae-hyun's family. The hospital room was quiet, except for the heartbeat monitor. Their baby's heartbeat, strong, steady, perfect. No signs of distress, the doctor said, smiling. Baby is healthy, mother is healthy. You're very lucky, Mrs. Kim. Maya burst into tears of relief. Dae-hyun held her, his own eyes wet. Thank you, thank you. When the doctor left, they sat in silence, just listening to their baby's heartbeat. Proof of life, proof that they'd survived. I was so scared, Maya finally whispered. I thought I'd lose our baby, that I'd never see you again. I would have burned down all of Seoul to get you back. Dae-hyun's voice was fierce. There is nothing I wouldn't do for you and our child. I know. I felt it. Even in that warehouse, I knew you were coming. I just had to hold on. She looked at him. Marcus told them about the baby, about Hope House. He gave them everything they needed to hurt me. I know. Dae-hyun's expression darkened. And he will pay for it. What are you going to do? What needs to be done? He endangered you. He endangered our child. There are consequences for that. Dae-hyun. Maya, I promised I wouldn't touch him if he stayed away. He didn't stay away. He actively helped people kidnap you. That promise is void. His voice was steel. I will handle this. You just focus on recovering. I don't want his blood on your hands. It won't be. I'll make sure of that. He kissed her forehead. Trust me, please. Maya wanted to argue, but exhaustion pulled at her. The trauma of the kidnapping, the relief of rescue, the confirmation their baby was safe, it was too much. She fell asleep with Dae-hyun holding her hand, his presence the only thing keeping nightmares at bay. While she slept, Dae-hyun made calls, arrangements. By morning, Marcus's fate would be sealed. Not death. Maya wouldn't want that. But consequences that would ensure he never threatened them again. Justice, not vengeance. For Maya's sake. But make no mistake, it would still hurt. Marcus woke to find Minho in his motel room. He tried to run. The door was blocked. Windows too. He was trapped. Mr. Kim would like a word, Minho said pleasantly. Let's go. They took him to the hospital. Not inside, Dae-hyun wouldn't let him near Maya, but to the parking lot, where Dae-hyun stood beside his car, expression unreadable. You sold information about my pregnant wife to my enemies. Dae-hyun's voice was calm. Terrifying. They kidnapped her, drugged her, threatened to kill her and our baby, because of you. I didn't know they'd actually. You knew. You told them she was pregnant. You told them where she'd be. You gave them everything they needed. Dae-hyun stepped closer. And now you'll face the consequences. Are you going to kill me? No. Death would be mercy. And my wife, despite everything you've done, wouldn't want your death on her conscience. So instead, I'm giving you a choice. Marcus waited, terrified. Option 1. You leave Korea tonight. I've arranged a one-way ticket to a small town in rural Alaska. I've secured you a job at a fishing plant. Minimum wage. You'll work there for 5 years. I'll be watching. If you leave that town, if you contact anyone from your past, if you so much as speak Maya's name, I will reconsider my mercy. Understood? Alaska? For 5 years? I'll freeze. Option 2. I turn you over to the gang that hired you. Tell them you failed. Let them handle you their way. Dae-hyun's smile was cold. They don't offer mercy. I do. Choose. Marcus's mind raced. Alaska or death. Exile or execution. I'll go to Alaska. Smart choice. Dae-hyun handed him a folder. Ticket. Job details. A phone with one number. Minho's. You'll check in monthly. You'll send proof you're still working. And in 5 years, if you've proven you can be a decent human being, I'll allow you to return to civilization. Not Seoul, but somewhere. Why are you doing this? I nearly got Maya killed. Because she asked me not to kill you. Because she believes in second chances, even for people who don't deserve them. I don't agree. But I love her enough to honor her wishes. Dae-hyun's eyes were hard. But make no mistake, this is your last chance. Use it wisely. Or the next time, I won't be merciful. Min-ho drove Marcus straight to the airport, put him on a plane, watched it take off. By morning, Marcus Williams was in Alaska, beginning a life of hard labor and isolation. Away from everything he'd known, away from the people he'd hurt. It wasn't death, but it was justice. And back at the hospital, Dae-hyun returned to Maya's room. She was awake, looking out the window. Is he dead? She asked quietly. No. Exiled. Alaska. 5 years. Hard labor. He'll have time to think about his choices. Maya let out a breath. Thank you for honoring my wishes. Always. He sat beside her. Even when I disagree. Even when every instinct says otherwise. Your conscience is clear. That matters to me. I love you. Maya turned to him. Thank you for saving us. For always saving us. It's not saving. It's loving. And I'll never stop. He placed his hand on her stomach. Both of you. Forever. Maya gave birth to a healthy baby girl on a sunny spring morning. They named her Hope after the house, after the second chance, after everything they'd built together. 8 pounds, perfect in every way, with Maya's eyes and Dae-hyun's smile. She's beautiful, Dae-hyun whispered, holding his daughter for the first time, just like her mother. She's going to be spoiled rotten, Maya laughed, watching her tough husband turn to absolute mush around their baby. Absolutely. She deserves everything. He couldn't stop staring at Hope's tiny face. Hello, little one. I'm your daddy. And I promise to protect you, love you, and give you the world. Hope yawned, unimpressed. Maya and Dae-hyun laughed. The first few months were chaos, sleepless nights, endless diapers, learning how to be parents. But they did it together. Dae-hyun working from home more, taking midnight feedings, singing off-key lullabies that somehow soothed Hope to sleep. Hope House continued thriving. Maya worked part-time, bringing Hope to the office. The residents loved having a baby around, symbol of hope and new beginnings. Several women who'd graduated from the program came back to visit, sharing their own success stories. One woman, Sarah, had just gotten her MBA. Because of you, she told Maya. Because you gave me a place to rebuild. Now I want to help others too. You already are. Your story inspires everyone here. I want to donate. Start a scholarship fund. Hope House Scholarship for women pursuing education. Would that be okay? Maya cried. That would be more than okay. That would be perfect. The scholarship fund launched a month later. 3 women immediately qualified. The cycle of hope continued, multiplying, transforming lives. Dae-hyun watched it all with pride. His wife brilliant, compassionate, changing the world one woman at a time. And their daughter would grow up seeing what real strength looked like. What real love could build. What are you thinking about? Maya asked one evening, finding him on their balcony, Hope asleep in his arms. How lucky I am. How 3 years ago, I was a cold, empty man, running an empire but living in darkness. And then I walked into the wrong classroom and found you. Found light. Found purpose. Found love. He looked at Hope. Found family. We found each other. Maya kissed him softly. And we built something beautiful. We did. And we'll keep building. For her. For the women at Hope House. For everyone who needs hope. Together, Maya agreed. Always together. Hope's second birthday party at Hope House was magical. Balloons, cake, dozens of women who'd become extended family. Hope toddled around, charming everyone, her laugh filling the space with joy. She's going to be a heartbreaker, Minho predicted, watching Hope command attention. She's going to be brilliant and strong and kind, Maya corrected. And anyone who wants to date her will have to go through her father. And her honorary uncles, Minho added. Daehyun's men had all fallen in love with Hope. She had an army of protectors. She'll never need protecting if we raise her right, Daehyun said. Strong, confident, knowing her worth, like her mother. Later, after guests left and Hope was asleep, Maya and Daehyun stood in Hope House's main room. 5 years since Marcus abandoned her. 4 years since she met Daehyun. 3 years since they married. 2 years since Hope was born. Do you ever think about him? Daehyun asked. Marcus? Sometimes. I wonder if Alaska changed him. If he learned anything. Maya shrugged. But honestly, I don't care. He's not part of our story anymore. He's just a chapter that led to better ones. Minho says he's still there, working, staying clean. He has 1 more year on his exile. Good. I hope he's better. Not for my sake, for his own. Everyone deserves a chance to grow. She leaned into Daehyun. But I don't need closure from him. I have everything I need right here. You do. And so do I. He pulled her close. Thank you for saying yes. That day I asked you to coffee. For giving me a chance when you had every reason not to trust powerful men. Thank you for seeing me, the real me, not the broke English teacher, but the woman underneath, for believing I was worth more than my circumstances suggested. You were always worth everything. I just recognized it. He kissed her. And I get to spend the rest of my life proving it. Their phone buzzed. A message from Hope House's night supervisor. New resident just arrived. Said she heard about us from a friend. Ready for intake tomorrow. Maya smiled. Another life to change. Another woman to help find her strength. That's what we do. We give hope. Yes, we do. Daehyun looked at the building around them, the house they'd built from pain, the legacy they were creating. We take broken pieces and make them beautiful. We show people their worth when they can't see it themselves. We prove that your worst moment doesn't define your story. And we do it together, Maya finished. Always together. 5 years ago, Maya had been abandoned, broken, homeless. Today, she was a mother, a wife, a doctorate holder, a founder of a successful nonprofit, a voice for the voiceless. She'd taken her rock bottom and turned it into a foundation for others to build on. And Daehyun, the cold man who'd thought power was everything, learned that love was the real power, that softness wasn't weakness, that building people up was more satisfying than breaking them down. Together, they'd proven that second chances were real, that transformation was possible, that love could heal even the deepest wounds. Hope House stood as testament to that truth, and as long as they stood together, it would continue changing lives, multiplying hope, proving that everyone, no matter how broken, deserved a chance to rebuild. Because that's what love does. It sees potential in pain. It builds beauty from ashes. It takes endings and transforms them into beginnings. And Maya and Daehyun? They were just getting started. The moral lesson of this story is, your past doesn't define your future. Your pain can become your purpose. Your broken pieces can build something beautiful. And when you find real love, the kind that sees your worth, supports your dreams, and fights for your peace, hold on to it. Because that's the love that transforms everything. Not just you, but everyone you touch.